Hello, and welcome to Financial Fluence, and today we'll be talking about what separates the rich from the poor. In today's world, the richest 1% own 48% of total wealth, and the top 80 wealthiest people are worth more than half the population, or 3.5 billion people. You can't deny a wealthy discrepancy based on these figures. Many people think wealthy people were born into wealth or won the lottery, but this isn't true. In fact, only 11 of the 80 richest people inherited their fortunes, while the other 69 earned them through hard work. We've all seen wealthy and poor people, but what separates them? Sure, the obvious reason is that the wealthy have more money than the poor, but I'm talking about other aspects. When you think about it, the rich and poor can live in the same place, have the same employment, and both have 24 hours a day. But one can live paycheck to paycheck, while the other has more money than they could spend in a lifetime. So what makes the difference between someone who will make billions of dollars in their lifetime and someone who will always be poor? So, using our rich friend John and our poor friend Tim as examples, I'll show you how to tell the difference between the two so that you may adopt these rich person habits and achieve financial prosperity in your own life. Before we begin, it's important to note that John and Tim share a similar IQ, come from middle-class households, and live in the same city. In other words, neither man has a competitive advantage over the other. On the other hand, their bank accounts are at opposite ends of the financial scale. It's a Monday afternoon, and John and Tim are both on their way home from work. When Tim gets home from work, he sits down on his couch, flicks on Netflix, and binge watches hours of useless television to distract himself from his long day. Tim's supervisor advised him to read more books to improve his chances of being promoted this year. But Tim isn't interested in doing so, especially now that a new season of his favorite show is premiered. When John gets home, he goes straight to his computer to begin studying. John spends hours reviewing his material in preparation for his impending exam. Despite having a master's degree and many certifications, John continues to put in a few hours every night to work toward another accreditation that will help him advance up the corporate ladder more quickly. In fact, one of John's idols, Dan Lok, recently revealed that he spends over $500,000 per year on continuing education. If millionaires are willing to invest that much time and money in acquiring new skills, John believes he should as well. Therefore, difference number 1 between the rich and poor is that the rich never stop learning. Tim's employer gives everyone bonuses the next day. Tim's $100 bonus is substantially less than his peers. Tim complains to his employer about his embarrassing bonus after 10 years at the company. His manager notes that Tim never stays late to support his team, and that his output has declined every year. John is working when his employer approaches him. His supervisor hands him an envelope containing a $10,000 check. John is grateful for the bonus. John's boss explains that John has been putting in a lot of hours, and his previous project saved the company $1 million, so this was the least they could do. Therefore, difference number 2 is the rich sell value and the poor sell time. Tim counts down the days till payday the following week. As soon as he gets his bi-weekly check, he runs to the bank to pay his creditors. His monthly payments include rent, utilities, and income tax. Tim checks his savings at the end of the month. As he checks his balance, he realizes he didn't save any money and that it's lower than a month ago. Tim doesn't know where his money went. John's paycheck automatically deposits $500 into an inaccessible savings account. After funding his monthly savings, John pays his mortgage, utility bills, and income taxes. John smiles when he sees that his bank balance has increased again, making him wealthy. Therefore, difference number 3 is that the rich pay themselves first, while the poor pay themselves last. Tim watches an ad for a new HD TV one night after work. Tim can only afford $1,000 for entertainment devices this year. Tim wants to get the new $500 PlayStation, but he can't afford both. Tim wishes his boss didn't suck and gave him a higher bonus so he could afford both. John wants to buy himself a new game system and TV after passing his exam. John has a $1,000 budget too, but wants a new TV and a PlayStation. John instead wonders how he can have both. John estimates he can take on a side consulting project to get the $500 he needs to buy a PlayStation and create for himself the ultimate gaming setup. Therefore, difference number 4 is that the rich have a growth mindset, while the poor have a fixed mindset. Tim dreads going to work every day, so he gets a Starbucks Frappuccino every morning. Tim couldn't make it through a few hours of work without his sugar-filled coffee, so he's ready to pay $5 a day for his caffeine fix. John walks by Starbucks every day, but sips free coffee at work instead of a latte. Even if the coffee isn't as delicious as Starbucks's, he's happy to save $5 a day. John has been saving $5 a day for a year to go on an all-inclusive trip to Mexico with his pals. John learned from Temple University research that deferring gratification helps him emulate wealthier peers. The study ranked affluence factors. At the top of the list were occupation, education, location, and gender. Waiting for immediate pleasure did better than age, race, ethnicity, and height. Researchers believe a person's ability to envision larger future rewards makes them less likely to succumb to short-term pleasures, which is why turning down a daily latte was easy when imagining all the fun he would have in Mexico with his friends. Therefore, difference number 5 is that the rich understand the power of delaying gratification, whereas the poor seek short-term pleasure. As the economy falters, corporations lay off workers to minimize costs. Tim's supervisor sends him a note while he's at his desk surfing Facebook and doing the bare minimum to keep his job. The message reads, "Please leave your laptop and badge at the front desk. We are letting you go." Tim panics over how he'll pay rent and bills without his job. Tim always thought being an employee meant job stability, but after being fired, he wondered if he was mistaken. John's boss also fires him. John's supervisor talks for an hour about how outstanding a worker he is, and how he fired all the other employees before John. John accepted his fate, thanked his boss, and told him he'll be alright financially. John knew that no job was safe, so as soon as he got a job, he started an online business and a portfolio of dividend-paying stocks. These are now established enough to keep him afloat until he finds another career. Therefore, difference number 6 is that the rich build several streams of income, while the poor rely on only one. A week after being laid off, Tim mopes with his loser buddies about how bad the economy is and how hard it will be to find work. They complain about how unfair life is, and how rich they would be if they had obtained lucky breaks. John invites his buddies to dinner after being laid off. John tells his friends that he was laid off due to the economy, but that his other sources of income will sustain his lifestyle. One friend thinks John should join his construction company and offers him an executive position. Another acquaintance asks John if he wants to create a consulting company with her, because the two have worked so successfully together in the past and could become one of the leading firms in the city in no time. Therefore, difference number 7 is that the rich surround themselves with other rich people, whereas the poor surround themselves with other broke individuals. In summary, the rich never stop learning. They sell value rather than time. They pay themselves first. They have a growth mindset rather than a fixed mindset. They harness the power of delayed gratification. They build multiple streams of income. And finally, they surround themselves with other rich people. Thank you so much guys for watching the video. Don't forget to like it, subscribe, click the notification bell, and leave your thoughts in the comment section below. See you again soon.